What it is, guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today we're here to hopefully not get as scared as I know that I probably am going to get. This is a mistake. Okay, so look, back in the day, I was dating this girl. Her name was Risa, and she was like, you know what I mean, she was like a good girl type of chick. You know, she hadn't never lived in no crazy area, so she had never been in any situations where, you know, life or death or whatever, right? So we was leaving the Neonopolis out here in Vegas, and a lot of people know Neonopolis is one of the movie theaters from back in the day. So we was leaving the movie theater, man, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, anybody who's ever been on Neonopolis knows on a weekday when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, there's no one on the road. We didn't have a car, so we was walking to the downtown Main Street bus station, which is the main bus station of Las Vegas. At least it was back then. We're walking, man, and me and her had gotten into it. You know, she said something stupid that I didn't really agree with, so I didn't really feel like hearing her mouth. So I was walking about a good 3 feet ahead of her. While we're walking, and there's no one on the road, there's no one on the sidewalks, there's no one out there, bro, and it's dark as hell. We see these 6 guys, or 5, or however, we just know it was more than 4. Street niggas, you know what I mean? And it was like the type you don't want to run into. You can look at them and tell they was on some shit. Don't know what shit they was on some shit. They're walking towards us on the same side. Even though I'm disagreeing with the girl I'm with right now, I'ma have to slow up and walk with her so that we can walk past these guys together. Cause you know, if I'm walking past her, I know how to get around these type of dudes. If they say something to her, I need to let these dudes know that this is my chick. So I turn around to get my chick. What's the worst thing you could do in this situation? When you see 5, 6 scary looking dudes walking towards you, worst thing you can do is run. Granted, I'm not gonna say it was the worst thing that she could have done because it ended up working out. And if these guys would have said something to, you know, us while I was walking past them, I'd have said something stupid back. And we might not just be here. I've had it happen a bunch of times where a group of dudes think that because they got numbers on them, they'll say something sly or sideways to me. I'll turn around and be like, well, what's up? And, you know, sometimes it goes good. Every once in a while, it doesn't go good. I've stopped doing stuff like that, okay? I turn around to see she's halfway across the street. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is literally the worst thing you could be doing at this point in time. Granted, I didn't want her to be across the street by herself or just out of fear. I decided to go across the street with her. So we get on the other side of the street and I'm like, okay, now we can't show any more fear. All right, you show fear to these guys enough and they'll just mess you up just off general principle. They're walking on the opposite side of the street and we're about to intersect, but on opposite side of the street. And as we're about to intersect, I hear one of the guys on the side of the street, hey girl, you look good. Hey, you need to come over here and chill with a real one. So my girl hearing this and feeling the impending danger, like these guys are about to jump us, she turns around and tries to run in the opposite direction, which again was stupid. Because if she would have ran and I would have ran with her, they would have chased after us. And then it's game over, people. Like, we're getting jumped. Luckily enough, I caught her as she tried to run and I swooped her up and pulled her in. She starts crying. Really? So the guys, seeing that she tried to run and that I didn't run, they got a little bit mad. There's no in between. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. They start whooping. Yo, man, what you gonna do, man? We'll come over there and mash you, homie. We don't give a shit, nigga. We'll take your girl, bruh. Do something, bruh. We got the strap on us, bruh. Do something. We don't give a... Me being foolish and young, I'm mean mugging dudes because I'm mad. I don't like being put in them type of precarious type of situations, so I'm mad, right? I'm mad dogging dudes as they're walking past us on the opposite side of the street. The girl I went crying her eyeballs out. Ain't this a B word? We keep walking and the dudes are still woofing or whatever, and by the time we get all the way past them, I'm feeling like they gonna run up. You know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was scared. I'm thinking that they gonna run up, so I'm looking down or whatever. It's looking like I'm looking down, but I'm really checking the shadows and listening for footsteps. The girl the whole time is crying her freaking eyeballs out. So I let her know, I'm like, yo, if these dudes run up on us, you run to the bus stop and ride home, and I'll meet you home. Now this isn't me, you know, proclaiming I'ma die for you. No, this is me saying, in these situations, you're useless, alright? if these dudes run up on us and they jump us, 2 or 3 dudes, I might have a sizable chance of defending myself against. Now there's 4 or 5, so this might not go good, but I'll tell you, I like my chances a whole lot better when I ain't gotta worry about whatever's happening to this useless female I was with at the time. I'm not gonna say she was useless because she was a cool chick, but damn it, come on, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, at least hold your fear in like I am. Like, come on, bro, like, I'm here, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I was just telling her, yo, run to the bus stop and catch the bus home, and I'll meet you home later. You know what I mean? I can hit the afterburners. I got way more options. I've gotten away from groups of people with cars before. So, you know what I mean? Like, I can, you know what I mean? I got way more maneuverability without having to worry about this chick who's gonna run out of breath and not be able to hop a gate and probably start crying. You know what I mean? And then if I'm getting jumped, she gonna stand there and cry and then just get beat up too. So luckily enough, the dudes did not run up. We ended up getting to the bus stop and we got home, you know, and of course we ended up breaking up. Not after that, it was like 2 or 3 years later. So needless to say, we got home safely, but you know what I mean? Like, it was a very, very, very dangerous situation, because if I had handled it differently, we would have gotten jumped. If I would have ran with her, we would have gotten jumped. It's the, you know, hood whack niggas say, and I say hood whack because I mean, you know what I mean? Like, only whack niggas need to jump a defenseless couple at night, yeah, at 2 o'clock in the morning when there's no one on the road and we ain't did nothing to them except for, you know, like, be afraid because they are walking and acting like they're gonna do what they ended up doing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we ended up getting out of Dodge or whatever, man. We ended up getting home safe and everything was cool. And, you know, like, I had to console her the whole time we were walking because she was crying her eyeballs off. That's all she did. How you gonna cry out of self-defense, bruh? So that's what made me mad, man. I was like, bruh, really? Come on, son. I mean, I really did care about this girl, but God, Jesus, she was not good in a trying situation in the least. I mean, and that wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world if she just cried whenever stuff got bad. But the thing that would make it the worst thing in the world was the fact that she would start the crap with people. And then when she would get what she was giving to other people, she would start freaking crying or freaking out in some way, shape, and or form. But me personally, I'm just glad that the situation did not end in us getting the hell jumped out of us and getting beaten the hell up and dragged down a street, because if we would have ran, that is more than likely what would have freaking happened. Because like I said, there was no one on the streets, the roads were completely freaking desolate, there were no police, there were no pedestrians, there wasn't crap. All there was basically a situation that we were outnumbered in. Of course, me and this girl later ended up breaking up because, you know, we got into too many arguments, man. And I'm just gonna say I haven't always been the best at communicating how I feel about things. So, yeah, all bad. But one thing I am thankful for is not only did we get out of that situation safe and sound, but I got the experience of the situation so I could better understand how to handle myself if that ever happened in the future again. But yo, hope you guys enjoyed the story, because Lord knows I enjoyed telling it to you guys. This your boy Blasphemous HD, and as always, twist.